Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Hazleton area swimming. And the boys and girls have a head coach, Michelle Yakubowski. She's joining us right now. Well, Michelle, let's first talk about the girls program. Tell us about the talent you have coming back this year for Hazleton.
Our team's being led by returning seniors Alex Podresny, Rebecca Yanis, and Rachel Zaranin. Both have been pretty consistent in being strong for our team for all 4 years, and we're looking forward to having another strong year out of them.
Well, Michelle, one thing that you have going for you is those swimmers can be versatile, and you can put them in various events. That helps.
Yes, Alex is very strong in the distance events, but just at our last meet, she won the both sprint events. She's definitely a strong and versatile swimmer, and Becky Yanis and Rachel Zaranin are also really strong in all of the stroke events.
Well, you have to have more than just three girls. I'm sure there's some others there at Hazleton area that are doing a good job as well. And you mentioned we talked a little bit about last year's success. That's great. You got to keep building and building. And these girls, they're working hard. Tell us about some other depth that you have at Hazleton on the girls' side, of girls that are putting in their time and getting a little better each and every year.
Yes, we have junior Shelby Senko, who went to states last year, and junior Felicia Grego, who probably had the best district meet overall, and went to states. Then we have sophomore Morgan O'Hara, who missed going to states by 1/100th of a second. Again, looking really strong. Junior Caitlin Plebman, who's really strong in the breaststroke and the individual medley events.
Well, you talk about the work ethic that you have, Michelle, and the time that all the girls and the guys put in there at Hazleton area. Tell us about the schedule during the week. Or do you have to do early workouts, or do you try to do everything for maybe a long practice after school?
The kids come in. They choose to come in 3 days a week in the morning to do what we call our dry land or our weightlifting program. It's not necessarily weights where they're lifting heavy weights, but it's more like medicine balls and plyometrics and things like that to supplement what they do in the pool in the afternoons. And then they're in the pool every afternoon after school for 2.5 hours and for 3 hours on Saturdays. We just finished up what we call our traditional Hell Week schedule. It's during Christmas break, and they are in the pool for 4 to 5 hours every day.
Well, tell us about that tough week of practice where the kids are in there for so long. Is that kind of one of those things where you want to get that over with, and then, there's the tapering process as you work towards state, so at least they know that's behind them at this point?
Yes. They're nervous going into it because they know it's going to be really tough, but they're also so proud of themselves and feel, really confident once they've completed it, because they know once that hard work's over, the times start to drop, their bodies start to make the adaptations, and it really sets up their taper for the end of the season nicely. And our team traditionally has a decent taper, and I believe that this week is a big part of that.
Michelle Yakubowski joining us here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers, as we talk Hazleton area swimming. Michelle, swimmers probably never get enough credit because of the work ethic that they have with the morning routines and the afternoon practices. They really do work hard, if not harder, than many sports in northeastern Pennsylvania or across the country when it comes to high school athletics.
I agree. We have some new swimmers this year that have come in, and it's pretty funny that after a couple of weeks of practice, they'll all say, "I never realized this was so hard," and the other sports I do aren't nearly this hard, and things like that. And it makes the kids who have been swimming, they feel proud about what they do. That when other people realize that it's a lot harder than what people think it is. Some people kind of look at the bathing suits that they wear and the different things, and they just think that it's for a bunch of sissies.
Well, you're working hard, that's for sure, and doing some great things. And how about the success of the program overall? Feeling pretty good about what these kids have done and kind of started this tradition of success there at Hazleton area, and trying to make sure that people are winning districts, and then of course going on to states to try to make a splash there.
Yes, I think that the team name has definitely gotten out, especially the boys have had several district wins under their belt and conference wins, and the girls have won districts for the last 3 years, and would love nothing more than to repeat that again this year.
And you talk about the boys program, and I know you have a senior or two that's working hard this year and hoping to do some good stuff on the individual level.
Yes, we really had a strong graduating class last year and have been left with only a handful of boys this year, and we're building up from them. And our seniors, Troy Valkuski and Dakota Jesperson, are leading the team right now. Troy Valkuski is part of several team or school records. He went to states last year in relays and just missed going in an individual, and we'd really like to see him be able to go to states in an individual this year.
Well, continued success for you and your program. Of course, the girls have pretty good numbers this year, rooting for them and what you do at Hazleton area. And, of course, as you mentioned, a couple of guys there that are seniors that have put in their time, punched the time clock, doing those morning workouts, Saturday workouts, and you got through the tough week around the holidays here. So wish you well, Michelle. Happy New Year, and thanks for taking some time out to join us.
Thank you. You too.
That's Michelle Yakubowski, the head coach for Hazleton Area Swim Program here on the John Mendola Show, driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.